Energy. All praise to the Most High. Trust your intuition over mine. General reading. Let's see. Something was unsuccessful. Somebody's offer was rejected. Ace of Pentacles, Six of Wands in reverse. Knight of Wands, a sexual offer. Excuse me. Someone was rejected sexually. It feels like this has been someone that's been pursuing you for a long time. Like, whoever this person is, they're actually tired out, but they keep trying. And maybe this means that somebody's finally getting the picture. Like, it doesn't matter what they do. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Like, this is not going to go well. I'm not even gonna channel the Six of Wands in reverse with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I'm gonna let the cards literally speak for themselves. Six of Wands in reverse. This is not gonna go well for somebody. They're crossing some kind of spiritual line. So yeah, it's invisible. And nobody with the physical human eye can probably see it, but you are protected and covered by something that is unseen. It's a spiritual force, and there's a spiritual reckoning getting ready to happen. There's a spiritual reckoning getting ready to happen. Somebody crossed a line spiritually into someone's energy, and what they did was egregious, is the word Spirit is telling me to say. Egregious. Vile. Those are specific words. Very specific words. Six of Wands in reverse. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Continued problems. Delay. Bad news. The card indicates that problems will dog the current and that long-awaited news of the outcome of an event or project will be delayed further or will not be good. Misunderstandings with colleagues and problems with communications, personal and mechanical, are also signified. This person is, like, there's some kind of communication that is about to break down. This could mean that they're no longer receiving communication, or someone is not interested in connecting or talking to somebody, like, at all. The outcome of whatever it is that they are pursuing, or why this person may have done this in the first place, bad news. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Unlucky, unwelcome change, setbacks, misfortune, delays, loss of control. Somebody's going to be pissed. That was a fire engine that went past while I was looking for the Six of Wands. Unexpected difficulties. Reverse, this card signifies the downward turn of the wheel and the start of a negative phase for the current. Again, the catalyst for this change may be uncontrollable or unexpected, and once more, the other cards can shed light on particular aspects of influences on these difficulties. Yet the wheel will continue to turn and this period will end. So this is temporary, but this is not going to be a good time period for somebody. I usually don't get these kind of super negative readings, but somebody here it was trying to outrun some kind of negativity, and it's headed for them. They may have been, this may have been what they were trying to do with the Ace of Pentacles, like almost buy you, purchase you, get you to do this for them. Yeah, the world. This person tried to pretty much enslot their coin. They were dropping this coin here. However they did this, energetically, this is like trying to pay for something here, but this is like pay for your new beginning, trying to turn your scenario around. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse with the world actually is someone trying to steal your destiny. And when I speak of destiny in this reading, it could be as simple as you were meant to have an easy, pleasing, happy, safe, stable, content, worry-free life, full of love and full of light, because that is genuinely who you were created to be and who you tend to be naturally when you're given no reason to switch. Like your natural temperament is that of light and love. Okay. So pretty much this is like someone tried to swap places, destinies with you. They've been a whole demon their whole entire life. But all of a sudden, they want to turn over a new leaf and cast you as the wild beast in their life and them as an earth angel. And they saw an opportunity to, because there was maybe a moment of weakness for you where you were being pursued by negativity. You were being pursued by darkness. And it could likely even come from this person because they put you into fight or flight mode. And the run, that cycle, you would run towards someone and it may make you make an offer that I feel that was unsuccessful to you. But that's because it would change the dynamics of how something is supposed to go. Okay, so there's somebody that was getting you to self-sabotage yourself. This person is pushing you. They're doing this on purpose. Okay, you are in love. This is the Queen of Cups. You are in love. This person is essentially trying to steal that love from you. You could be a mother with the Queen of Cups. You could actually be in love with someone that you are psychically tapped into. And this person is warning you that this person is making a sacrifice out of you so that they can pretty much steal whatever, however life would play out for you. This person is trying to reverse that scenario for themselves. And this is to get out of some karmic debt. Basically, this just means that somebody never did things God's way, but all of a sudden they saw somebody who, I don't know, was a fucking nun stranded on the street and lost and confused. And they took advantage of this person. And then when she woke up and realized that she was right in the devil's lair, and she stood up to the devil with all of her divine might, this demon plotted a plan on how to pretty much steal this nun's identity and shapeshift into her as reality. All right, that's wild and crazy, but it just comes from insecurity. They know who they are and they know who they've been and how life plays out for them. And this person has fear of living this life again. This is a cycle. This wouldn't be their first time living through this cycle. And likely, even if this is someone that you knew before and this has been going on for some time with you, that was not their first rendezvous with a big catastrophe and life just, not going the way that they wanted to. That's what that person is used to. But they met you and lived a whole different life. Okay, and so they are not willing to let that go. They're not willing to let that go. So this person put their neck on the line. They really put their neck on the line because this person was willing to bet money. This person was willing to I'm just thinking of, we turned the corner across the expressway and there was like thousands of lottery tickets all over. the place. Okay, so whoever this person is, they have been doing this to you on a spiritual level, manipulating you possibly with this energy in order to get you to get into this pessimistic mood where either you would slow down or you would stop. You would not keep pushing forward. What's the Knight of Wands? I heard I ain't slowing down and I ain't stopping. Five of Pentacles. Yeah, they're afraid they're going to be left out in the cold. So someone put you in the fight or flight mode, and they thought that they would be able to predict where you would run to, and that would be to their advantage. But this person is afraid that this is not going to work. Okay. What's the Eight of Wands? Yeah, Devil in reverse. It's not going to work. I was so impatient to see your energy specifically in relation to whoever this person is that is doing this to you. I could not wait to get over here that I almost didn't get this last card for the negative energy and where it was coming from and how it came. But something said to get it and I got it. And I'm so glad I did because it's the Devil in reverse. It's the Devil in reverse. Someone was counting on you to have an obsessive tendency or to not be able to release something, to not have the desire to set yourself free from something, to reclaim your power, to stand in your power, okay, to be able to detach. And this is like detaching from negativity, detaching from your fears, detaching from whatever was holding you back from being the love that you are. Because that's what I pull on you, is that you are the Queen of Cups. It was the Queen of Cups and it was the Eight of Swords. This person wants you to be insecure or scared about your connection. So this is because I said that's a psychic linking connection. This person wants you to doubt the connection that you have, the information that you receive, that you are getting from a high vibrational energy. And pretty much you could just be in touch with God. I said you could be a nun on the street. Okay, so you talk to God. You talk to God. God is your husband until a man makes a claim and a purchase on you. And really the purchase has to do with energy. It has to do with energy, their heart, their soul. It's a sacrifice that they make. You carry a diary. What do they call that? You know what I mean? The money. But your money is an energy. It's the way that, like, you're not just protected and life doesn't just go good for you, but it also goes good, and the person that you give your heart to, they're protected too. And that is something that you may have squandered until you realize how it could affect your life. How things go from always kind of going the way you want them to 50% of the time. And so you're on this real wobble when that's not like consistently what you ever live. So it's because you were giving yourself to someone who was not equally yoked with you and did not have the same intention to be as honorable or above board or to do the work. Like they were not in the same commitment as you. The love that you may have given to this person freely is not the love that they shared with you. And not because they didn't want to, but because this person didn't have it. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse is somebody who is spiritually bankrupt. I don't care how much money they have in physical reality. They ain't got shit in love and loyalty and divinity. So it's not an equal match. So somebody kept trying to pretty much get this from you or get this connection with you to, reconnect this attachment to you. But what they're trying to pay, it was rejected. It was unsuccessful. It did not work. And I don't know if this is a pattern because like I said, it pushes you into fight or flight mode. So if someone is pursuing you, it would push you to pursue someone else. So you would be giving your energy out to someone who's walking away from you. And that's really how it goes. So this created like a love triangle. Someone being pushed. Not to say they don't love you or they're not attracted to you, but they're pushed by their whatever chains, whatever hold they have on their soul, you provided a protection from that. You provided an ease for that. You provided comfort. You provided the light. So this person is chasing you for that. And if that is not someone that you feel you can give reciprocally with, it pushes you to either have to go into fight mode with that person, to battle for your soul, or to run towards someone else who protects you and makes you whole. So this is a cycle, and I feel like you may be the person who is stopping the cycle, because you are not going to fight and you're not going to run. You're not going to chase and you won't be chased. So this could be someone who I feel like, yeah, this is the 10 of Wands. Someone's trying to burden you down on purpose. Get you caught up in your feelings with the 3 of Swords. I'm telling you, we went from, this person has regret too, or they're going to regret what they've done to you. Because look at the Queen of Cups in reverse. So it went from someone's being publicly shamed, or they will be. They will be. This is a cycle. Someone tried to keep you stuck in a third-party cycle where you would either be so busy running in fear or so busy chasing after love that you never stay where you're supposed to be, which is in the actual Queen of Cups energy. Because if you were to stay in the Queen of Cups energy, and let me show you the cards that are behind it. 9 of Cups in reverse. High Priestess in reverse. I just want to see if the other card is in reverse too. Nope, see? Okay, you have a friend. You have a loyal friend. That person's, I don't know who that is for you. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. For some of you, it's your child. This is a page. Your child could really be helping you to keep the lights on and helping you to, this is grounded energy. This is earth sign energy. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. You may have a child that is that sign. But if not, it's a loyal, trusted friend. But anyway, the High Priestess in reverse. Let's put these cards back and let me finish channeling. The 9 of Cups in reverse. And the Queen of Cups came back out in reverse, because this is what they were trying to do. Steal that love from you, okay? Keep you from being you. Keep you from embodying the love that is yours, okay? The Queen of Cups goes from a full cup to being drained because they have squandered pretty much their inheritance. You receive a natural, regular inheritance from your Heavenly Father. You truly are like tapped in. This is the High Priestess. This is where if you have intuitive gifts, if you've always been very intuitive, able to see behind things, able to stare like demons, darkness in its face. Okay, if you have ever expelled a demon, or you can go into spiritual warfare, you were prepared for it. Like, your sword is your truth. That's all you ever need, really. Your truth is enough to kill anything that stands in your way. It's always been that way for you. You can turn situations around in the moment that they're happening. It's never the worst case scenario, ever. But you are aware of what the worst scenarios could be. So it's like you literally just stare down, face fear in his face. And I'm going to say that you could get this through religion. Like, literally, you could have been a nun, or you were part of a really strict religion, okay? Heavily indoctrinated. Or you're used to war because you a real nigga. You grew up like in the trenches somewhere. That's the kind of instincts that you have naturally. So this is not just your instincts physically, though. It's how you move internally. You really trust your gut, and you really pay attention. And you can see when people are hiding. You can see a situation before it unfolds. You know when to exit a store or a gas station because your spidey senses will let you know that somebody's casing it or something's about to happen. Something's about to go down. You can go, you've been in spots where you've been in places and it's just like, yeah, no. Like all of this stuff about, oh my God, my bro is just told me about something and I don't know about it because I don't watch a lot of celebrity news, right? So I just don't watch news, but I've been trying to lately. It's really actually like relaxing to stop working emotionally, mentally, learning, teaching, like to just stop all of that and relax and take in some mindless info because it just makes you laugh and it makes, you relax. Okay. Makes me relax. So I am. And I'm one who talks shit about people that, oh, y'all just be scrolling in the videos and on that social media and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay. A little bit. Okay. So I've been watching some stuff and it's just been reminding me of some things or just awakening some things that have been in my subconscious. But he was telling me, and I knew about Diddy or whatever, and I know it's a whole lot, and I forgot the name of the person that he said, but somebody else is being charged with like roofing people. And the other night, I just was like, yeah, no, I'm from the deep. What the fuck is wrong with them? Like I realized what we weren't even out of high school. Now, I'm not gonna say I was the first one to realize it. Like me and my girl, we were with some guys, and they was just so fine. I was just like, oh my god. And I was at the Kingdom Hall, so this was like we both was not supposed to be hanging out with these guys, but they're street, and I'm used to the Kingdom Hall. It's all tight and neat, and nice, and you know, professional all the time. So these street guys, they hood guys, and they was fine, and so they like, oh yeah, we got drinks or whatever. And my best friend at the time, she's like, do not drink that. She was like, did you see that? And I'm like, see what? I'm just loving eating up all the attention. She like, girl, let's go. So we left. No, I think she might have told him, like, yeah, she was gangster. So she fucking did. She called him on it right then and there. Like, we not drinking that shit. You put something in it. It was like a powder settling at the bottom of the glass. I was, not paying attention, naive and all these things. But she was a very Capricorn energy. She was very grounded. She paid attention to things like physically, whatever was happening in 3D, she was the eyes and ears on the ground. And this is what she saw. And so I always, after that, I was scared shitless because it was like, oh, shoot, okay. Also, I had something happen to me. So that just scared me straight, where it was like, okay, always pay attention to what the fuck you're drinking and don't take drinks from people. I learned to put in these protection barriers. A drink is not that important. I can go get my own fucking drink. You want to drink with me, we can go to the store and get you know what I'm saying? Like, don't put nothing in my nothing. Don't put nothing in my nothing. I don't trust everybody. So, yeah. Wow, that's crazy because literally I was sitting there wondering, like, what the fuck is wrong with them? I think they're doing it on purpose. They must have wanted this to happen. It had to be. Or, because for the money, for the lawsuits, for the fame, to get seen and recognized. Because how is that still happening? How is it still happening? It seems like it has been happening for years now, consistently on the Hollywood scene, where, drinks are being spiked and people. So it's just like, what? Are nobody not learning anything? So something about this situation is like someone was just counting on you to continue to do the same thing, but you woke up and realized that you were being taken advantage of. Okay. But yeah, someone was definitely trying to take advantage of you. Nine of Cups in reverse actually means that something was going to happen here. You were going to receive something. It could be a download. The High Priestess and the Nine of Cups, if the psychic linking connection you have is to God and you are a reader or something like that, then I feel like it was going to keep you from being able to get a message. Like the clarity of the message would be messed up. Someone could be doing exactly the story I just gave you is what someone was trying to do to you or has been doing to you. You could be a reader and someone has been tainting or pretty much roofing your energy before you're able to get to the table and do your readings. So some of your readings have like a snake in it. So someone may need to do like a spiritual cleanse, or you need to do that regularly because you have people or entities who keep trying to weed themselves into your storylines, your readings. Okay, like you may need to take more control of your table. Yeah, they like that someone's trying to put you to sleep and you need to stay awake, especially if what you do is valuable to you. Like it could be entertainment for the whole rest of the world, but somewhere in it, it does a service to you. It works for your energy. It clears out things for you emotionally. It keeps your head on straight mentally. Like the energy, the payback that you get energetically, if it's worth it, then you really want to make sure that you are getting everything that you're supposed to get and that no one is able to get in there because they're benefiting and they're benefiting off of you. And it seems like this could be two people that are doing this to you. So it's keeping you kind of like piggybacking. You're going back and forth between these two energies instead of being able to stay stable in your truth and your light, okay, and your own dominant energy. Because that's when everything that you push out comes back for you. You get all of the blessings. You get all. It doesn't matter if the reading is negative. You get all of the energetic frequency, the currency. You get that back. It comes back to you in your life. But if other people are in your energy, then they're getting paid too. Okay, so yeah, so you could get more. You could get more. All right, nice. That happens a whole lot. It's happened with me. Because I'll say, like, if I don't feel like, I usually do take readings through energy because I have to work through that energy anyway. I don't know how that happened where I just got to some level spiritually where I have to work through a lot of excess energy, but I know what it is. I always could seal off my energy and close the door, but since I had a child, my child, he may open his door to somebody that he particularly wants to be open to. I, on the other hand, may only be open to him. So I know who is coming through. And I also know who has access to him energetically and emotionally. So I know where it comes from. It's like, it's just a string, you know, it's an energetic cord. It's an umbilical cord. I just follow the cord right to the door of the person who let all of the rest of it in. So I always know where the attacks come from, and I always know how to send them back. Go right back out the door you came in. And my son kicks him up out of there, and he realizes it, and he's like, oh shoot, let me close the door. So that's kind of how things work for us. But at first, before I could get a handle on it, I just was like, I was getting so angry because I'm like, no, nobody, this doesn't happen to me. I don't have to come to the table. I don't have to do readings. I don't have to fight with energy. I don't have to do all this meditation. I've never had to do this all of my life. But I made certain changes in my life. I made certain decisions in my life. I married a certain person in my life. I went through certain transformations in my life. I had a certain type of spiritual awakening and third eye activation. So I am not the same person that I used to be. And so there are like levels to it. You know, I was just born into it. But once I left the organization, I thought that was not a thing. The thing is, the organization I was in, it protected me. So for some of you, you came from religion. And not only did it awaken these, you know, instill these kind of abilities within you, it also provided how to be protected. It naturally, the indoctrination protects you from having to go through warfare. When you detach, pretty much you're out on your own, and you not only have to fight the energies that you no longer have that extra protection for, you have to figure out how to protect yourself from not just those people, other people in your life, negative energies, entities, whatever, but also the religion that you are a part of, that entity. Like I said, you have a diary. You belong. So until you are connected with the divine masculine, this is specifically for divine feminines, or even if you're a male, it's your heart. So you have to be in a binding contract. Okay, your love has to have, your heart has to pretty much have been purchased by another in order for you to fully set yourself free from where your God came from, the roots of your God. Okay. All right. So what I was saying is I would take energy, but at some point I realized how to just balance out my own energy and, like I said, create the natural boundaries and follow the energy, figure out where it came from so that I can seal it up. So I didn't have to come to the table as much. I didn't need to do readings to clear my mind or to make sure I wasn't going crazy. But I want to be consistent on my channel. Like, I just kind of feel like this comes natural to me. And I mean, until I find a better hobby or until I start my new business, like, I kind of just feel this is where I should be and I should just build. So I'm just going to continue to do it, So that's why I read more now, because the energy that comes in, this is an easy way to send it right back out into the world where it goes instead of, dealing with it myself. But originally, yeah, I had stopped. Like, yeah, no, thank you. And so I don't know who you are, but it did take some spiritual work for me to get to that place. So that's what I was saying. Like, somebody, you may need to do regular cleansings on your energy daily. If you're trying to get to the place where, because I see a lot of readers do it, they look stressed out. They're like, you can tell that they're in front of the camera. First off, you have to get prepared to be in front of the camera, not just because you're in front of the camera, but the lighting, you got to set it up. A lot of them, the makeup, the hair, all of that. And if you don't do that, then you have to do the added work of maintaining. You could be very confident when you come to the table, but you have to maintain that confidence, because that energy, you'll get a lot of negative feedback. It's just people that's all they do. That's why they like to see you, so they can, pretty much eat you up. Just like Hollywood. So it becomes paparazzi. And that is draining. They're trying to peek into every crevice of your life, of your face, of what's going on with you. They're paying attention to everything. They're surveying, looking for added information, anything to pull a picture out about you. A lot of times it's less about the reading and more about you. So you are giving a lot of yourself, okay, at the table. And I mean, YouTube, some readers are getting paid, but I don't know a lot of them that are getting paid very well, and also that don't complain. Tyler Tarot, he may be the only one, and he was the first one, I don't know, but he might be the only one that I see online that doesn't seem to complain about his money. He actually just bought a mansion, and I don't know if he does another job outside of YouTube, but he's big on YouTube. So but yeah, other readers, oh no, they always complain about YouTube and blah blah blah, and they're not getting their money, and they took their money and they demonetized them and blah 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 blah. But they look like they are being drained, like they are chained to their tables, to continue to do it the same way consistently, even when it looks like it's killing them. So that could be somebody here, and if it's you, yeah, change that. Change that. Do the work. Do the work. Do the work. Put yourself first. That's what I want to say, really. Because you are doing the work, but you're overworking, and you're overworking for other people, not for you. All right. Yeah, because we have exhaustion. Exhaustion, defeat, giving up, yielding, lack of self-confidence, and motivation, and overwhelm. I told you, they attack your confidence. I don't care. You could play back a video and be like, well, wait a minute, like, this video can't even be me, because honestly, this video is given a certain type of perfection that I don't usually see. This is a good video. Like, you knew everything was on point. Still, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Some of these people just want to feed on you. And if they're low vibrational, they're going to be pulling down at everything they possibly can. So if you have any of that activated, then it's going to be added things that you have to work through. It's putting burdens on you, not releasing a burden, but it's adding weight to you. And it does feel like somebody was trying to do that. They were trying to burden you down, okay, get you exhausted. Possibly with, like, a lot of times that can come from having to defend yourself, okay? Not really like working for yourself, but you end up working for them, okay? So whoever I'm getting here, though, if you woke up from this, then this is all coming back to you, and that's why I said they're about to get what they're due. So somebody's getting karma here. Yeah, they owe you something. Page of Cups. Fake offer from someone with nothing but hatred in their heart. The Queen of Cups in reverse to the King of Cups in reverse. That could be the psychic linking connection. That could be the psychic linking connection. This person, wow, they could be your twin flame, or they're like, they used to be a divine counterpart or something like that. Two of Swords, trying to keep you indecisive, trying to keep you from knowing your clarity. Yeah, there's someone like love bombing you with dreams and possibilities, and then there's someone who is trying to fearmonger you into loneliness and isolation or seclusion. Like, one wants you to be paralyzed by fear, antisocial and restricted, and the other wants you to pretty much buy anything they're selling you and give your heart for it. Oh, that's better. I just figured out what it was while I was woke, because I'm like, I do not like being woke out my sleep. I really don't. I do not like when I get woke up on my sleep, especially if it's before God. God does not wake me up before 5 usually. Between 3 and 5, well, yeah, between 3 and 5, I know that, or 2 and 5, I know that it's still God that's waking me up, but it's waking me up because I have to handle something, because there is something going on. And I could feel it in my sleep, because my sleep was a battle. And I was like, what the heck? But when God wakes me up at 5, it's usually because I have like a surprise, something's going good, I get a hit, an inclination or something like that, and it always leads to like a really exciting day. But no, woke up way too early and I already knew it was some bullshit. So I'm glad that whatever, I found something here, and whatever it was, I had one nagging doubt. I pretty much had already figured it out. It's just the same thing that happens consistently, so it wasn't hard to, weed that little whatever out. But it was still nagging me, so I found that little key. All right, let's see. Yeah, we got 2 people here out on the street. We have Delicious, enticed, irresistible, haunted by your art of natural seduction, and consumed by your light. Someone knows you're, okay, this is all about a divine feminine. Someone knows you're a divine feminine. Wow. And the Emperor. Okay, you got a real one, and they're unveiling these tricksters. Because there's a masculine energy pursuing you with sweet nothings, but that could be a male or a female. This is just energies, and they're shape-shifting because they're trying to steal your destiny, which means it could be a male who wants to take the life of a female, like they want to live the life of a female. It could be a female that wants to live the life of a male. Okay, and because they're not, they could be gay. They could be gay or, whatever on the outside physically. But if not, then they're probably like suppressing it. So they have to, because this is sexual energy. So this is somebody like this is their fantasy. This is what they're doing undercover that they think nobody can see. They have these desires for a different life, and it feels like it has something to do with a masculine wanting to be feminine and a feminine wanting to be masculine. Okay, so it could be a female that is pursuing you with the sweet nothings, and it could be that they're pushing you toward a male, which pushes a male into feminine energy. where they are then more susceptible to another masculine energy. I'm telling you, like someone's trying to get this little circle going. It could also be the other way. Like I said, two men, two women, man, woman, I don't know. But it doesn't really matter. There's two people out in the street and you have a divine masculine. Now they're mad, they're angry. Your divine masculine is angry because they know about these two and they see them. Yeah, they see them. This is the person, if you have ease and comfort and peace and you know that you've been going through these things, like your energy is amazing. The card is delicious, entice, irresistible. Like this emperor can't get you off of their mind, and it's not just like it's not that you're doing anything. You're not putting your leg out there. You're not, taking sexy pics. It's that your energy is drip, natural seduction. And this person is consumed by your light. You're not even in your shadow energy. So you may be, like I said, the real Queen of Cups, all love and light. So this person is like, this emperor they're naturally created. Just like I talked a lot about how you may have been created, this emperor was naturally created to protect love and light. So children and women are top priority. They are always protected. Always. They don't even have to know you. And you could be a grown-ass man and still get the same kind of love from this person if you have the heart of a child. You will have to humble yourself, but this is who they were created to be. It's probably a Mason, a Freemason. It's either a Freemason, but religion. They came from religion, or they had like their parents, their mom, their father. Somebody raised them, a grandmother, grandfather. Somebody was in the Bible. Somebody was in the Bible. Somebody was in the Bible. Freemasons really is nothing but it's a whole lot of pieces of the Bible. They're very mysterious, but I studied with one when I was a witness. I studied with her to try to get her to leave it and become a Jehovah's Witness, not knowing the whole time that the Freemasons ran it. But she was like, I would match her, with scripture, and I would just kind of show her, and she was just like, wow, a lot of it is the same. But we would notice how some things were flipped and reversed. It's because where I came from is really like the sister organization to the Freemasons. But Freemasons are everywhere. They're in the president, they're in the White House, they're at the top of these religious organizations. Everything is ran like a corporation, just a branch off. Okay, so anyway, these eyes in the sky, it all comes down to few eyes, big guys, okay? And whoever this emperor is, that's in their blood, that's in their DNA, that's how they were raised, that's what they fed on growing up. So they naturally are conditioned. They're like a soldier out here to protect the light, okay? And the ones that carry the most light, because the male, true masculines, are supposed to be in their shadow energy. They're fighting the things we cannot see, while also protecting us from the things that we are not even paying attention to physically. So, but my son having a ball back there. But anyway, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, right. But the women and the children, you carry the light. You carry the light. You carry the light. Children are naturally light, and women, they nourish that light. They're like the energizer for their lights. They're the plug-in for the batteries that are the children. Energizers. All right, conversation, renewal, and rebirth. So you could be going through a rebirth and ascension as a result of communication with your person. And that's what someone was trying to get in the way of. You're a magical child. I have imaginative, popular loner, intuitive, dreamer, and a lover. Yeah, this person saw you. This emperor saw you. They're pissed the fuck off. There's a reckoning. And the reckoning is also happening for you, because this person, they Like, you will not, you will not run away from me. You will not hide away from me. You won't be kidnapped on your way to me. You're gonna get this. You're gonna get this information. You're gonna have this conversation. It says conversation, talk, interview, get on the same page, calling, texting, back and forth. You gonna pick up that phone. You gonna message back. You know, this person is like, yeah, when I contact you, you're going to listen to me. You're going to trust me. You're going to talk to me. You're gonna listen to me. Yeah, expectation. That's what this, I don't know. I feel like this, you weren't expecting much less from this person, so you must know that this person is your match. They are a divine masculine. You know a divine masculine when you meet one because you were raised off of one. It's divine energy. That's why they run things. You know, I'm sorry. What is his name with the orange hair? He's a joke to me. I don't know how he's in the White House. I don't understand how he's our president. That is a joke. It's a complete and total mockery. I never took government seriously because I wasn't raised like that. Like, who are man? What? God, okay? What are you talking about? Whatever. Okay, you work for the devil. You're all devils. Nobody cared about the fucking government for real. But we listen, you know, and we do what we need to do so that they don't mess with us. That's just who we are. Upstand law-abiding citizens, okay? But really, God's law. Fuck your law. For real. But yeah, but my thing is, he's a joke. He's a joke. But likely, his energy, it has to be in the right place. That energy is powerful. It opens doors and gets you into things and out of things and over things and around things that most human beings can't get through or get around. It's the things that were created to keep you suppressed, mostly mind control. Can't break out of that old frame of mind and that old behavior pattern and that old thought pattern, and you can't face those fears, and you're gonna stay right where the fuck they, you know, grew you at. You're gonna stay right where the fuck they put you in the first place. So you have to ascend, you have to become more, and you have to stop fighting, and you have to stop running, and you have to just own and accept who you really are. It's time to wake up. Emperors and empresses. A lot of you already know. You know what a divine masculine is because you know God. And you know when that motherfucker is giving you God vibes. Hello? It's called faith. And it's not even faith at this point because what was unseen is now seen. Now you got a face on it. Divine feminines. Y'all, if you're a divine masculine, you know what a divine feminine is. You know the full extent. You're the other side of it. You know the dominance and control that the natural art of seduction and beauty has a grip, a hold on the devil's world. Because that's what they worship. They glorify sexuality. They glorify beauty. They glorify money, luxury, femininity, all of these things. They worship it. You're a divine masculine, you know exactly when you see a divine feminine. A devil in a red dress. With the full heart of God, just the light just being reflected to you. Full, I mean, come on, you ain't never known a love like that. You never felt the love like that. You didn't even know it exists. That's why you thought it was the devil, because you would sell everything you had. You would give everything. You would get rid of everyone for that person. So come on now. Y'all know. Y'all already know. But you have to you have to own up to it within yourself. And when you start knowing who you are and just standing on it regardless, because I'm talking about people that are in front of the camera and it's, you know, people's opinions, but this is how you're on stage every single day. Everywhere you go, there are people who, all of those entities and demons in them become fucking paparazzi. They're paparazzi. And they're feeding on you every time you walk in the door. So you have to make sure that you are staying prayed up, clearing your energy, maintaining your energy, and doing what you need to do for you. Most importantly, keeping that love, that heart true. Okay, because, yeah, I don't know what's going on right now, but Demons is wild out here. So it's just good to kind of just know who you are and stand on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you got to be walking up the street, I'm divine feminine, I'm divine masculine. Nothing like that. But let's just, let's just keep it 100. Okay? Not putting your head down or pretending like you're not who you are when you know who you are. Because if you don't know it, then when you meet one on the street, y'all gonna pass by each other, because that person is gonna be having their head down to the ground, acting like they don't know who they are, and you got your head down to the ground, acting like you don't know who you are. And there is no Two of Cups, because the Two of Cups, you know what they do? They meet eye to eye. Their heads are straight up, eye to eye. So yeah, keep your head up. All right, that's the reading. That's what I have for you, and I will see you guys in the next live. Bye.